Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And it's been a little while since we did a draw stream. So today we're going to be working on this little May sketch. I did the original ink. There's actually a few, I think last year, like in March or April. But yeah, we did May from Overwatch because I didn't really have anything really planned this month at all. Really, just kind of winging it. I felt like she's kind of an ice themed hero in the game. So I kind of felt like that was kind of it was kind of fitting for December. So, but before we get started, I just want to quickly tweet the stream out because I totally forgot to do that. I usually have my stream scheduled or the tweets for advertising my stuff. So just give me a second. Wait, so slow. There you go. I am live. Fuckers. All right, so today I'm sort of May from Overwatch. She's a very sort of cutesy sort of character. So it should be a lot of fun today. So I'm gonna grab a few. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? My notebook on top of my Copics. Right. Let's grab Copic Markers. That should be good enough. I think we'll start with the rosy sort of color. You know what? I might experiment a little bit. We'll stick with this for now. Let's get a base color going. Oh, better get my blender ready if I ever need it. Okay, it's not filled up at all. Grab my refills. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you probably use the refill, buddy. Just do it away from the canvas or the London card. That way you don't have any mess ups. That should be enough. And I'll give the chisel to just a little bit of juice. Let this sit for a minute. Use a different color for the base of it all. Okay, start with a E, 000. And this is May in her, hey Diamond, this is May in her outfit that she wore in the animated short they did of her, where she was kind of just like her regular, like kind of a casual wear. She was living in the Arctic, or Antarctica rather. She was a scientist. So she kind of worked for like kind of a sort of a it was kind of a different branch of like Overwatch. It was kind of like the science or the ecological side of the science branch of Overwatch, not really part of the military or what have you. They were mostly known for in the game's lore. She's a bit more of a fair skin color because she's Chinese, so we'll go for kind of build up the colors a little bit more gradually, as opposed to just going all in. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed to really get around to doing any Christmas themed pieces this year. I was just so busy on other things. I was doing a lot of diorama stuff this month, so I wanted to kind of knock out as soon as possible, just so we can kind of get into the new year. A good note. So we got a lot of stuff planned for next year. We're starting a new show, which will kind of be this Monday. Actually, it's going to be kind of a little bit of kind of a teaser of that. So Monday we'll be doing a stream going over the history of my collection, my own personal collection, kind of going through the kind of where I started from in back in 2019, I think. So I think I'll kind of make for a fun stream. It'll also kind of be a kind of a nice gateway into the collecting series I want to kind of do on the channel or show or whatever, which will be a monthly stream series. So I think it'll be better that way because I'll have more things to kind of talk about as like, because I kind of want to be a little bit of a news thing where you kind of go over the news of like different figures coming out or what have you. Also kind of talking about the lore on occasion or talking about just collecting in general. I think there's kind of an interesting discussion to kind of be had with collecting in general. So yeah, but we'll start that up in March just because this next month's going to be really busy for me. And I imagine February is going to be busy for me too. So just going to kind of put all my, I'll just kind of push it all to March, have that be where we start things off. Just kind of make it easier for me. And it'll kind of be more of a squirrel. It could also be just like a kind of a squirrel type stream about Transformers. So we just kind of talk about whatever's on the mind. Especially if there's nothing really like nothing newsworthy that month, But I think, but the reason I think it's going to be better to do a monthly stream is because there's more to kind of talk about when it comes to news with because in the third-party Transformers world, it's kind of sporadic when news comes about, like with new releases or new figures coming out. So I think it's kind of more. I think it'll be better if we just do a whole like stream at the end of each month that way and kind of cover everything. Give my thoughts on that. There's a bit more stuff you can kind of cover in a month after a month's worth of news as opposed to like a week or something like that. So that's the plan anyways. Hopefully it works out. If not, we'll at least have fun with it. Oop, I didn't erase. I should have. But yeah, so on Monday we have the collection overview stream, but then on Tuesday, I think that's when we'll do the I'll be uploading the time lapse video because or not the time lapse video, but the collection update video, because I try to do that like twice a year, or yeah, twice a year, in December and then like in like spring or summer is when I like to do the kind of a mid-year sort of update on the collection, because there's a lot can happen in a couple of years or a couple months, especially over here, because did a big overhaul this year on my collection this year with the new bookshelves. Okay, we'll grab the R000. It's should be filled up properly. Careful. Shouldn't use too much. Okay, should be fine. That's why it's kind of a good thing to kind of have like an extra sheet of paper next to you. You're testing out your markers. You never know. Never know. All right. Grab an E00. Stuck there. Hey, fellow Dave, good to see you, man. You stuck to the notifications. Yeah, they're not too great, are they? Just in the hands. Just going to tap away there. Still pencil lines there. Good enough. Good enough. Grab, let's see. Grab an RV000. Just kind of add a little bit of rosiness to certain parts. Oh, you know what? Totally forgot her shoulders poking out. Hold on. I fix that. Start it off. E. Totally missed this fucking place. You're dying on me for some reason. Looks kind of like Saskatchewan. Go fuck yourself. Okay, let's grab. That's why I'm always tweeting. I need to. Yeah, I tweet. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm on Twitter. Honestly, if it wasn't for my YouTube here and my art, like I probably would have left Twitter a long time ago. But I just use it for talking, connecting with people. It's kind of the best. One reason I use it now. To me, it's just a fucking cesspool at this point. So, a tool. All right, go somewhere. All right, got our shoulder now. All kind of cut up. It's a little bit dark here, though. Bring it blender. So we'll lighten up this area here. Just to brighten you up. Yeah, good enough. Go with an yellow one. Just kind of more of a, I guess it's called pink flamingo. Oh, you're dying on me. That's not good. Pink flamingo. I filled you up. You should not be dying on me. I might have shot too much out, so to speak. Fuck. Fuck. Gotta be careful. Okay. That's why you use your Copics away from your drawing. This happens. All right, different color then. Glove. Just in case I smear some ink on there. So I don't think a YR might be good here. Yeah, I'll do that. Looking while I finish my noir class. Nice. No idea what it is, but is that a Fortnite thing or something? Or I don't know. I don't do the quest in Fortnite. I just kill people. Kill people, run them over. It's my game style, gameplay style. All right. Yes, markers. Okay, I think that's good enough for the most part. I also had another layer of the E00, and then we'll call it a wrap on the skin tones. Then we'll move on to the hair, the sweater, and all the other good stuff. And the undershirt, because there's an undershirt that's kind of like hanging out there. And this is actually a skin you can actually wear in the game. Now, in the game, her hair is kind of tousled because it's when she was like, it was based on the Overwatch animated short where she was kind of like just waking up, so she didn't really have a lot of time to brush her hair just yet. So it's fun. Hey, Corey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We'll do the last sort of layer on the face, and I think we'll move on to the hair. Didn't really do a whole lot of detail in the hair. I want to kind of do that with the colors. So I'll kind of leave that now. Right, let's grab. I don't want to do a little bit of purple almost in her skin. Maybe a violet. Yeah, maybe better. Yeah. Just add a little bit of extra fluff. That should be it for the skin tone. I'm going a little bit too peachy. Needs to be a bit more paler, so let's kind of leave it at that. So I have a tendency to go a little bit too orange on some ladies when they shouldn't be. We're not orange, but you know what I mean, like extra tan. But move on to the hair now. And we'll start with my favorite, the copper. So I use that for my brunettes anyways. And May's, look at my reference. And she's kind of like a darker bell, I'd say, for her hair color. Let's start with this. Start dark, work away to light to light. Nothing wrong with extra tan. Well, it kind of is because she came from the Arctic, but she kind of works in the Arctic, so she would be a bit more paler. But you know, maybe she went to Rio or something. You know, she kind of did actually in the game story. So I guess that could be the reason why. But yeah, in her origin, she was a scientist working in Antarctica. So very fun and sweet character. So no surprise I'd be drawing her. I'm surprised Mac and 90 hasn't drawn her yet. But I think it's kind of sworn off Overwatch because of Blizzard, which you can't really blame it for necessarily. So yeah, not really the nicest company in the world. Let's put it that way. Well, I knew info. Well, and say she found on 10 bed some crazy shit there. Yeah. The way with a fire only match got me. Oh well, it was a throwaway match to finish. Ah. Getting tired of all that shit. All that sword. I mean, I used to like the old swords a little better, I think, in the game. Now, it seems a bit more fun to use. And they've made them way too overpowered. Yeah, we're just adding a little bit of copper to her hair, give a nice sort of kind of like an auburn sort of hair almost. Just adds a bit more layer, I guess, layers to her hair. Makes it more interesting to look at. Hey, Grumpy. How's it going, man? With the police, it's just me. Yeah, how's it going, man? No, this is not my job. Follow Dave. It's just kind of a side. Well, it is a job if someone wants a commission, but no, I have a different job. There's not a whole lot of money doing just pinup work here. Well, I am thinking about doing a side hustle next year, which I might talk about. I can talk about it. I'm thinking about doing some landscape painting at some point. Might be a nice little. Actually, because I've kind of learned how to do landscapes with my dioramas, so I think it would be kind of a nice sort of nice little break from all the intense like pencil and line work, and just kind of like do something very, very simple. It also kind of makes money on the side. So I kind of figure that out. So just gotta figure out how to get a good business model sort of set up for that before I jump in. Get a good plan sorted. But yeah, I do take commissions though, so that's the only way I really make money with my art. I probably could put some extra shine there. Now I'll grab these last like little white areas. Just get a little bit darker shade going. Here, okay, let's see. I'm loving the graphics now, though. Pushing all the settings to epic maximum. Cost me FPS, but now. Okay, yeah. I'm not really interested in working for a perverse. I'm just not really my thing. Like I think I would much rather just do my own work, make my own characters and all that. Like, I have some issues with the Ripperverse and all that stuff. I'm not really impressed by the storytelling of the Ripperverse, so I'm not really interested in joining. Now, if they want me to do a cover for them, maybe could consider doing that. But I'm not really at the point where I can do interiors. Just I just have not had enough time to actually apply myself to linear art, because there's a difference between linear art and then what I'm doing right now, which is just like pinup work here. Because linear work is something I'm still kind of, I really need to start practicing more of this coming year, which is one thing I kind of want to do more of, is actually telling story, because it's one thing to kind of make a pretty image. It's another thing to kind of tell a story with those pretty images. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different sort of animal. I haven't really gone around to tackling just yet, which I need to start cracking down on actually pretty soon. I might just start off by just doing some little short like web comics, maybe. I have a few ideas in mind I can probably just like do. Just kind of get my foot in the door, just kind of get myself, just kind of get used to it. And then eventually make my own brand, make my own characters and all that, and go from there. Spirit, yeah. Clip Studio, Paint, X for Christmas, and it's actually installed on my laptop. Never say no to taking resources away from the enemy level. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not really into that whole thing. I'd much rather just like, stick to my guns, so to speak. Like I said, I might do a cover if someone wants me to, but I'm not that popular enough for people to ask me. So one thing I need to do is actually get a proper like portfolio set up. Actually, that's what I need to really start doing this year. A lot of stuff I need to do this year before I can really take my stuff to this level. So, yeah. Alrighty. Good throat. So dry up here. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of just doing these like landscaping ideas, like kind of like as like a side hustle, because that stuff kind of is that stuff is people like that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know how to do it really well, with my dioramas and stuff like that. Kind of already know how to do like landscaping sort of stuff already now, so might as well try it out, see what I feel about it, and then just go from there. Yes, of course, we're going the crowdfunding way. All right, well, I'll do a cover for you one day. Actually, we still have that one cover. I'm kind of we already kind of talked about behind the scenes, but what the fuck's going on with my voice? Jesus, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, it's because when it comes to like storytelling with your artwork, it's different than just like making a pretty image, because you have to know how to go from one panel to the next. You gotta learn how to make sure the story flows from the visuals. Like there's a lot to kind of account for when it comes to doing that stuff. And that's something I want to really like focus on this year, because I actually have a few ideas for a web comic. It's kind of a story I've always kind of wanted to tell. It's a Transformers one. It's gonna be a fan comic. It's not gonna be one that I sell. There'll probably be just like one I'd kind of like put up on I don't know. I don't really know where I put it up, but it'd be one of those like it's like little fan stories that a lot of other people do, and the idea actually is kind of to be a Predacons versus Dinobots storyline, which would kind of take place in like South America. Like so it's kind of inspired, and this idea kind of was inspired by a real life story or a real life place rather in South America called the Darien Gap. Now, if people don't know what the Darien Gap is, it's this really sort of not very safe area in South America, for lack of better terms. It's not really governed in ways. There's no real system in play there, so it's a very there's like a lot of crime there. There's a lot. It's a very very like dangerous place to kind of travel. I thought like, well, what what if there be kind of a what if I had it to where like the Predacons like maybe they took over this little town or this little area, and they've been secretly kind of like influencing the people, influencing the criminal gangs in that area to kind of like keep their mouths shut about their existence there, and that kind of led to the idea of maybe the Predacons have kind of like divorced themselves from the main Decepticon team. Like they kind of decided they wanted to go their own way. They kind of are just hanging out in this one area, and then the story would kind of be about the Dinobots kind of stumbling across this area after leaving the Autobots and all that for a bit or what have you. Like, I always kind of felt like the Dinobots, like I think that the Predacons and the Dinobots, they made for a really good like rivalry, because Dinobots, they were the prehistoric life of they took on the prehistoric forms of the Dinobots, and then you have the Predacons, they turn into like more modern day animals like the tiger, the lion, the bull, all of them. And so I always kind of felt like there was a kind of an interesting story to be told there, because they both had one of the things that would be the kind of driving force of the story would be, arrogance. Like you kind of because obviously Decepticons, they're very much known for being arrogant. They're very full of themselves. I would kind of push that to the forefront with the Predacons, but also with the Dinobots, because Dinobots are also known for being very very, full of themselves and because they're the most powerful, one of the most powerful groups of Autobots there is. And so sometimes like Grimlock specifically is kind of always kind of seeing himself as better than Optimus Prime. He thinks that he sometimes wishes that he would be the leader of the team and all that. And so I was like, that you have different these two teams where there's different degrees of arrogance. Like what's a healthy degree of where you kind of tell a story of like what's a healthy degree of arrogance versus what's a unhealthy degree of arrogance, and how it can either destroy you or make you stronger. Like that's sort of a story I had in mind for that. It'd be very very close to like G1, like inspired like the art style. You'd have G1 characters like human characters would be from G1, like Spike and Carly would be in it. So yeah, that's the story I've been kind of working on a little bit. Actually, I kind of just drew. I'll show it off real quick. I have it right next to me. I did this drawing a couple of days. I think I did it yesterday of Razor Claw kind of on a throne. I had some really cool ideas for the Predacons and kind of what they were going to do in the storyline. But I really want to kind of like make him like a really like knockout like villain in this story if I get around to doing it. So for me, I kind of have the basic sort of outline of the backstory of the story, but I just haven't got the full. Like how when you're writing a story where you have like the backstory for the story that kind of explains the context of everything, and then you have the end, the actual story that the viewers are actually going to see. Like I'm kind of stuck in that sort of realm right now, where it's like I don't really know where the story's going to go from here on out, but I have a lot of ideas kind of like pumping in my mind though about it. So you put on Webtoon, Tapas, and okay, yeah. I'm not really all that familiar with like all these different sites as much, so it probably should be. But yeah, it's probably where I'll end up putting my story. because I just want to draw Dinobots. I just want to draw Dinobots, you know. So I just think it would be a really, really cool story. And it'd also be a more interesting sort of challenge for the Dinobots too, in a way, because the Dinobots, they're more brutish, and then the Predacons, they're kind of considered to be Megatron's like top like fighters, like they're kind of like the top tier, like most skilled like fighters in Decepticon ranks. And it's kind of part of the reason why they kind of like in the storyline I have them split off, because they think that they're better than Megatron and the Decepticons and all that, and so they just leave and decide to start their own thing. And so, but I think that'd be kind of an interesting thing for the Dinobots, because now they have to think like more smartly, more. They have to kind of like think things through a bit more, you know, when they're a bit more simple-minded sort of creatures, you know. So that's kind of like the general sort of ideas I was kind of floating around. All right, the hair is done. I'll move on to the eyes real quick because I think they're brown eyes. I'm mistaken. Yeah, brown eyes. Got my Predaking. Yeah, that's a good Predaking. The Feral Rex. I'm thinking about getting the Jinbao, but I just like, gut feeling that they're going to announce something pretty at some point, you know. So I'm just kind of waiting for that. It's okay. I've been getting to know them, so you can just upload there. I'm putting up my panel practice on all three of them, so I don't know. Monetization or ownership, yeah. Yeah, that's the only problem though, is like I need to make sure I'm not like not like, you know, doing any sort of copyright thing, but it'll just be like a free. But like if I do release it, it'll just be like a free thing that everyone can kind of read and look at. So don't think it'll be that big of an issue, you know. Yeah, maybe I could do like a little like motion comic as well, maybe on the channel. Maybe like that. That could be kind of a cool thing to have it be like a motion comic, like voice acting and stuff. Kind of like that movie, I forget the name, where aliens took over Mexico. Kind of. So like the idea with the Predacons on in the Darien Gap was that because like you had because obviously uh in the Darien Gap there's like two different sort of rival. I think there's like two rival gangs. That's something that it's been a long time since I've looked it up, but um. There's a lot of like rival gangs and stuff like that, and it's really so it makes it really like difficult for people to actually you know, cross over and you know, and like to travel to you know, North America. You know, it's really difficult sort of a thing, and so don't monetize it. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole thing is what I'm trying to do. It's kind of fanfic, but with like art. So that's kind of the whole thing there. Confident community, and yes, you can totally put out a motion comic. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a lot of fun, actually. Honestly, I think that'd be really cool. I'm still kind of working out the story kinks of it, like the main story. Like I have a few ideas. I'm really trying to rationalize my brain, but I think I had the right sort of but I like I love the concept, so I'm going to try and work on it a bit more this next few months. So actually, I will have a lot of time to work on it actually, because I will be doing a lot of out of town work. So I can spend my road trips kind of just like planning out, you know, brainstorming some ideas. But the whole point of the story would be for Grimlock in the story, like he'd be kind of the main character of the whole story. It'd be kind of more of a humbling story for him. Like it'd be kind of like him really earning the title of the Dinobot's king. You know, like it'd be kind of like a really like humbling sort of a story for him, where he kind of learns to be a bit more altruistic and less egotistical, less arrogant. Or rather, he would learn to channel that, arrogance to something that's more positive. Instead of trying to, do things for himself, or like make it more like he's trying to he uses that to protect others and all that. So that's kind of like the general idea I have in mind for the story. Let's kind of go over that whole thing. All right. Oh, I've seen 3 of my panel practice candidates. Yeah. Let's see. That should be good enough for the eyes there. Just need a swig. My drink. Actually, it would be kind of cool to get Mackie to do a cover for it or something like that. Because if it's like an ongoing sort of series, it'd be kind of interesting to have different artists come in and do a cover for me. But we'll see. I might just do it myself. Make it my own thing, Actually, no, I'll do it myself. It'd be better that way. As much as I'd like to see Magni do a Transformer type thing, I think I need to start standing out on my own more so this project. So here's a blue top, and the straps here are blue. I'm surprised that Mac hasn't done a May yet. She's prime for Magni 90 style. But I guess he is kind of like bummed out with Blizzard and Overwatch in general, so I don't think he wants to do Overwatch. Well, he's not now. I think Overwatch characters in general just kind of lend themselves to Magni style, to be honest. Yeah, that anime sort of a vibe. Yeah, that sort of thing. I'm still fixing and cleaning them so I can throw them up there a page at a time. Yeah, that'd probably be the way I'd do it too. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Where else? See. All right, let's do. I don't want to spend too much time with the shirt, but let's do this guy. I plan on bugging Magni for a cover. My female lead. Yeah. Okay, it's not working. Which means I could probably get rid of them pretty soon. I'll bring me up some space for more Copics. But yeah, and speaking of Predacons, actually, I actually did some work on the not the diorama itself, but like kind of the layout for the diorama in mind. I think I stumbled across or kind of came up with a layout that might actually work really well. For that shelf, I want to have both the combined form and the individual bot modes. And so for when they obviously come out with proper masterpiece scaled ones, which I have a feeling this is why I haven't gone with the Tombow just yet, is because I'm thinking about doing so. I'm thinking about doing it, but the reason why I haven't fully committed to it yet is because I'm feeling that once these Technobots come out from Bingo Toys, and like I really do think that we'll start seeing like a third season 3 uprise with the third party companies. Yeah. I really want to see like Zeta Toys come out with their Predaking for once. It's kind of on the back burner right now. I'd really like to see that. Or Fans Toys come out with one, but they're right now we're kind of in the midst of the Constructicon war with third party companies, so very, very unlikely that'll happen. But I'm also kind of thinking about I feel dirty to think about it, but I kind of want to get those upgrade kits where you can like upscale your Warbitron, Unique Toys, and Tombow, Predaking, Computron, and Abominus to Masterpiece scale. I almost want to buy those things like this year. But yeah, we'll see. Gotta consider making an art station. It lets you put it right there, and you can apply it for jobs. We'll see. I have an account there, but I use it mostly just for buying stuff. But I could probably see about using that to make my portfolio there. Seems like a pretty popular sort of platform right now. So yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I want to kind of give this landscape artwork a sort of a shot. Just as a little side hustle. Because I really, really do enjoy doing those. So bring out Albert to run through them all and then the Strathmore War. Yeah, because that's all they're doing. They're just like all stuck in like season 3 and season 1 and 2. They're not really doing much for season 3 and 4. Like I really want like a really good like Sandstorm. I know that there's the Unique Toys one out there, but I kind of want a little bit better one. Like I like extra transpots or Fans Toys come out with a Sandstorm, or an updated. I think we could probably use an updated Octane. I think the only one available would be like the Unique Toys and KFC, but yeah, there's a lot of kits I really want to see them to tackle next, but not sure if they ever will. At least not anytime soon. Because I think that the only time they'll see, because the way it works right now, right, is that Fans Toys is very much trying to stamp out the competition. Like, and their main competition right now is X Transbots and kind of MMC, but MMC kind of does their own thing, so they're not really. Because they do more than just doing G1 stuff, right? They do their, they've done their IEW stuff. They've done a lot of different sort of branches of Transformers with their stuff. So, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting those ones I see on eBay. I really want that Predaking one. But we'll see. We'll see. My problem is I'm trying to save up for a new phone. That's the only problem. It's like, do I want to sacrifice my new phone for a toy? But I could probably make it work. But yeah, it basically is MMC X Transmog fans. So they're basically Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo right now. But yes, that's what Fantoys does. The reason, like the whole reason why they announced their Sovereign 2.0, their new Galvatron piece, is because X Transbots is getting close to releasing theirs, and most people. And for those who don't know, Fantoys are kind of the big dogs of the third party Transformers world, and X Transbots is they're good. They're pretty much. I think they're. But I think that Fantoys is just a little bit better than X Transbots. So most people will go for Fantoys over X Transbots because they just have, they usually have a more premium sort of finish on the paint jobs. They have more a better sculpt most of the time. Not always, but sometimes they do. So all just kind of depends on the buyer and your personal interest, but they kind of will. But a lot of these third-party companies, they'll kind of step on each other's shoes, be like, "Oh, you got your Galvatron coming out? Oh, so do we." So, so I think that the day, honestly, I'd be kind of more. I think it'd be kind of funnier if X Transbots, instead of announcing a Galvatron, I think it'd be way funny if they announced a Defensor, because right now everyone's like kind of like clamoring because like X Transbots is taking forever to come out with their Protectobots, and so I think it'd be kind of funny if a fan toys at Baltimore they came out with their Defensor, like a tease of it at least. That'd be kind of funny because I think that they are doing all the combiners fans toys, but they're just doing it in a weird way, or they're doing they're trying to stand for the market more so at the moment. So, but yeah, but the top three ones we kind of really need. Top four if you count them is like Predacons, Terracons, Technobots, and the Seacons. Those are the four that most people are kind of wanting, I feel like. So, yeah, let's get the sweater going because I'm just rambling instead of drawing. Luckily, this sweater is going to be very, very simple here. Just some, what's it called? Pale lavender. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. Like that. Yeah. So I think that, but yeah, so I think the next one they'll be doing will be, but I think that they will announce it. But I think that they might actually do like a announcement at some sort of a potential like Defensor, maybe this year, because I think that this year is when X Trans is going to be releasing their First Aid and their blades, hopefully. But you can't really trust the X Transbots on their when they're going to be releasing something because they said there was going to be actually Scrapper was supposed to come out this month, I think, or last month, and there's not been a peep about it since. And they actually showed some box art of it actually as well, so I'm not too sure when that's coming. But I think that this year they might, if they are getting close. I think that what I think will happen is when X Transformers gets really really close to releasing their final combiner, which will probably be Hotspot. I think that's when they'll start to. I think that's when fan stores might actually hit them with, "Oh, by the way, we got a Defensor coming soon." So, see ya. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm actually kind of am looking into maybe buying those upgrade kits for the Warbatron set for the Technobots, just for combined form maybe, and then just do the Bingo toys because I'm not entirely convinced on combined form just yet from Bingo Toys with their Technobots, but I do love the bot modes. They look really good. A little bit stylized, but I think that it's stylized in the right way. It makes sense for the characters to be a bit more stylized because they're, Technobots. They should be a bit more tech savvy looking, And they still resemble the characters, in with their more iconic sort of looks and all that. So yeah. And that's what's kind of good about the Abominus actually from for the neat toys, the upgrade anyways, is that Unique Toys is actually coming out with a re-release of their unique of their Terracons. So I'm actually decided to go ahead and get them, honestly, and just kind of save them, put them off to the side for combined form when that happens. Need one line that does all the Transformers MP style, either the GI Joe scale, so humans can fit in the vehicles, and bot forms. Yeah. All right, take care, Corey. Hope you're doing all right, or have a nice eats. Need a drink. Do a cool gray. You know what? We'll do a darker gray or violet gray, just to kind of get some shadows going. Thanks, Grumpy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, May was the character you played as if you wanted to really like mess with the enemy team, because she can be very very annoying to play against. I'll just put it that way because she has the freezing abilities and all that. Yeah, she's a lot of fun to play as though. Game. Like she's kind of the character I play when I don't want to play as Widowmaker anymore because because my main in Overwatch is Widowmaker, but yeah, it can be kind of stressful sometimes because you really need to make sure you land your shots and all that, and so it's very very intensive sort of a gameplay. But with May, you can just kind of like relax a bit, because just gotta freeze them and then shoot him in the face with this icicle. So yeah. Oh fuck. didn't do these parts. Hold on. Fix it. You add like a light blue to this as well. Just a minute. There's your pages written with the room for 96. Ooh, nice. As well, I'm hearing that the shark is kind of like that one character because May is a very cutesy sort of character in the game, you know, but she's also kind of annoying to play as. So I think that I heard that the shark or whatever, or Jeff, or whatever, is kind of like the cute, annoying one, you know, in that game. At least that's what I've heard. But I can't play the game actually because I need a proper PC because not coming out to previous gen. I only have an Xbox One. Too cheap to buy a new one. I'd much rather buy Transformers toys. Clearly, I have my priorities in line. Just a blue. Spend your hard-earned cash on. Yeah, exactly. Besides, Transformers toys, they can get rare, you know. So sometimes the gaming consoles, they'll be around for a little while, you know, in most stores, anyways. Okay, let's do a little bit darker. Just a few areas. on value, whereas digital ones never really existed in the first place. Like rentals, then purchases. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Plus, like I like Transformers more than I like video games, so you know. And I like games, but I'm more. See if they, what would give me a new. I would do to give me a new next gen console is if they re-release the War for Cybertron games, but it only came out on next gen. That'd be the only reason why I'd go for next gen. That's the moment. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm going for it. But I imagine they won't just do. But I imagine they will do Xbox One for the Transformers games if they do finally get around to remastering them. I'm just like, hey, get my games back. That's kind of crooked there. Let's fix that later. So what's her lip color? Okay, pink. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, fix that lip later. Is that a chrome silver little thing in her head? Her hair, not her head, not her head, her hair. Yeesh. Okay, let's just go with regular metal vibe. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the Hyman Stevens games back. Those games are golden, you know. A lot of great ideas in those games. I have no idea what's going on with this Transformers Reactivate game. This is like, it's like, you guys announce something or say something, show some gameplay. Yeah. I want to know this game's actually still being made. That's what I want to know. Like 2 years almost, I think, right? Yeah. Actually, they came out with a racing Transformers game actually more recently, but look, I mean, the idea of a Transformers racing game is really cool, but from what I've seen of the gameplay and the trailers and all that, it just looked kind of unfinished, unpolished. Like, it didn't really look all that great, Which that'd be a really cool game, honestly, like a Transformers racing game. Like maybe you go to different places on Cybertron or Earth or whatever. Like kind of like a Mario Kart almost type thing. That'd be kind of cool. You can also do like something like like a flying game, like racing games, like where you can play the jets as well, like you could play Starscream and all that. Like maybe you play as Autobots and Aerobot versus it'd be like Aerobots versus Seekers type thing. Then like the ground vehicles, you'd have like the Autobots versus Decepticons, like that kind of the main crew. I don't know. There's a lot of things that probably could have done with that game. It just looks kind of meh. Like that from what I've seen. I think it was like called like Galactic Trials or something like that. Yeah, it didn't really look all that impressive. But the idea is cool. You know, I like the idea of like a Transformers like racing game. Emulate Mario Kart 8 and Diddy King Racing. Ooh, I just spat all over my lady. Don't think she'll appreciate that. Okay. Just gonna touch up the reds here. Cool gray. Just gonna darken it. Then we'll do the shirt details. I think there's greens and blues popping out. Okay. Let's do that. Get a better shot of her sweater. All right, help me. Just sweater. There it is. Okay. So blue, blue. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Didn't really pay attention when I was drawing this originally. It's okay. Let's do this. Let's do that. We'll get that one. And then we'll do red on this guy. Good enough for me. All right. Well, autocorrect. Yeah. Let's see. You just want to brush this back. Just like that. Okay. Four. There we go. We're back. Just gonna bring in some black, just kind of darken some areas in the hair. There we go. Okay. I think we're done with that. Just bring my two here. So it looks a little off. Down on me. Yeah, I was actually originally supposed to do a stream. I was going to do a stream in the morning, but ended up staying up a lot later than I probably should have because I was watching Trash Cast last night. I was watching ended up staying up until like 3 a.m. Like listening to that garbage. Not Ethan, but like, you know, fucking dude he was interviewing. It's like, what's going on? This guy is like just ruining Canada. Giving us a bad name. Okay. And green. That should do it slightly darker. Nope. It's not working. Not working. There we go. All right. Also, too, and the EG stuff was good, but yeah, I only got there at the Larry part. That's where I got in because I was streaming with Dadman at one point, and then oh no, wait, okay. What happened was I watched the Godzilla movie, the new one, -1. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I watched that while I was doing some diorama work, and then I went to bed. Then got there right at the part where he's like interviewing this Larry dude. I didn't know who this guy was, honestly. I was like, what the fuck's this guy yelling about? He's something. He's definitely something. Massive disappointment. I thought Tyler would fold for Larry is licking the boots that stomp his neck. All right, let's see. Trying to figure out what I want to do for the background, actually, because I haven't really thought that through yet. Let's see. Let's do it. Just color it all in this blue-green. See what happens. good contrast color for this character. So, I'll put some like snowfall in the background. Navy Comics equals Larry Higgins, who apparently just realized he was an SJW all along, right after his blast campaign fails and like confiscated and always was evil. It's like, yeah, that's what I kind of got from it. Was like, oh, he's just like mad that he's not getting it. Like it really just came off to me. He just came up across as like a very very much attention seeker, like looking for approval or what have you. That's what it really came down to me. What it seemed like to me. Yeah. That dude's problem was. There's a lot of them though. I don't know. I got into the stream late. Like, didn't Liam like Graywolf? Did Liam Gray like say some shit to him? Like, because like he was like fucking aggressive towards Liam. Liam was actually being very 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 polite. You know, the whole thing. You know, for the most part. You know, I don't know what's going on with that guy, but actually I like Liam. Liam Gray. He seems all right. Seems like a good person. Said to Liam and on chat just the night before that, if he didn't tag CG, he'd not be allowed to work for an art press, which was a lie. Yeah. It really just seems like he was just like, you know, I don't know. He was telling Ethan also to kind of like do things his way, but it's like the way Ethan's doing his thing is it works. Like he doesn't need to be in like. Well, first of all, he doesn't need to put. It's like he already is in comic books because this whole argument was that he wanted him to expand at one point and like get his comic books in comic book shops, and was like, well, he does. It's called Green Lantern Rebirth. Like that's all. He's already in the comic book shops, motherfucker. So it's like, okay, well, it's like, why? Like, is that really all you need? All you want to be is just have your book in the comic book shop? Man, it's cool, like that your work is there, but yeah, I don't know. But like, his business model is working, so like, why would he change it? You know, it's like he's a direct line to his customers, gets all the profits. You know? There's no middleman. Like that's the whole point of Comicsgate. Like that's the whole point of it all. You know, cut out the middleman. Just make it very simple. Yeah. That dude Liam Gray left this convention people from his neck of the woods who said that Tim not been done. Press and still friend to either guy or Larry just want you best. What it seemed like to me, honestly. He just seemed like he was just looking for head pats. Doesn't need to go into comic shops. He makes more money. Yeah, he makes more money. You make more money, you know, doing it by doing the way he does, anyways. And plus, he makes like millions of dollars off of fucking his eBay store. So, yeah, it's like, why would he need to do anything else? Plus, he makes toys. He makes the toys. He makes, you know, extra little stuff like that. He's figured it out. He knows the game. Like, so it's like, why is this guy who doesn't? Look, I'm not trying to like rag on people. Obviously, I'm trying to break in myself. You know, I'm still learning myself. But it's just like, I'm not going to take advice from someone who, like, if I'm going to take advice from someone on how to become a successful businessman or in comic book art in general, like, I'm going to take Ethan's advice over this Larry guy any day of the week, because he's the experienced guy. Like this is basics. This is basic thing, and just in general in real life. Who do you go to learn how to play hockey? You go to a hockey coach. It's like if you want to play piano, you go to the best piano player ever. It's just common sense. It's not like and it's like dumb. It's not like dick riding or anything like that. It's not me just like dick riding or whatever. It's like no. It's like who are you gonna look? It's like it's just common sense. It's like. That's what reminds one a rare physical media. Yeah, actually, I watched the black and white version actually last night. Actually, that was a lot of fun. So I actually only watched the colored version once in theaters, so I didn't watch the black and white version. Now they had it dubbed, so I got you understand it, which is kind of good for me because I was actually off in my room doing other stuff. So that's what I usually do is I'll put a movie on late at night. I'll just kind of have that on while I'm doing some stuff in the diorama in my collection space. But yeah, Harold, but it ain't mainstream worthy. He says Tom Brevoort is his friend now, and I heard a potch of his as for Magic Comic. I hope that goes well for him. It's Tom Brevoort. Yeah, I love that movie. That was a really good movie. Yeah, I'm trying to learn how to comics from the people who know how to make or still make. Yeah, because like not just that. Like Ethan's been in the game. He's been in both Marvel and DC, so he knows like the ins and outs of it all. It's like why would he want to go? And it's like he was saying like, oh, you just want to go back to the mainstream. Like it's like why would he want to go back to the mainstream when he can just tell the stories he wants to actually be telling? I mean, sure, it's cool, like working on like Green Lantern like books, but it's just like there's. Hold on. But at the end of the day, you have to tell your story. Your own characters, your own world. I don't really think that, even though it would be cool, like for me, like, it'd be really cool if like Skybound, for instance, like if my like say, let's just say hypothetically, my Dinobot Predacons thing gets like noticed by Skybound or someone from Skybound, offer me a job, it's like, hey, I'd probably take it. Honestly speaking, I probably would. It's like it's Transformers. Of course, I'm going to draw Transformers. And get paid to do it. But yeah, but it shouldn't be my end goal just to create someone else's story or create someone else's sandbox. You should also make your own sandbox at some point in your line of work. But it does become easier. I think that it's one thing that I think that would become easier over time is like playing with stuff in someone else's sandbox and then branching out and making your own sandbox. I think that's kind of like the best way to kind of describe what kind of Ethan went through. He went through, making his own, working in both the mainstream and then going off and doing his own. I think he started off independent, then he went into mainstream. But you know what I mean, like it's good to have that kind of experience because then you can. It kind of forces because when you're working for someone else, it kind of forces you to kind of think, okay, so they want me to draw this, this, and that in this sort of a scene. So, yeah, there's a lot of just like nuances to how it all works, but no worries, that man. We're just chilling. It's a great way to start and a great place to stay. Skybound pickup would be great. It's still playing in your own. Same time would be a good way to go to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what this dude Larry's problem was. Seems like he has many problems though. you know what I'm gonna do? Once I finish coloring this, I'm gonna add like kind of a white vignette with some paint around it, kind of make it look like kind of snow or ice, you know, that sort of thing. And then I add some like snow droplets everywhere. That's what I'm gonna do. Figured it out. Figured out the background. Request. Yeah. To be sorry for that. I'm jealous. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing nothing but sleeping in all week, honestly. Don't work till the 5th, so I'm just snoozing along. But yeah. Also getting like some stuff done in the background. Yeah. I have my stream almost ready to go for Monday. And I should have my collection update stream or video 31st. I'll probably do that in the morning or something like that. Depends on when it comes out. But I have to draw May. Yeah. Oh shit! It's only 4 o'clock. Oh, oh, it's only 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, it's about average time. Well, this one probably should have been a little bit young, but a little bit faster. But started talking Transformers, and I skyrocketed or slowed down. All right. I would like to do more Overwatch characters, actually. I have a few. I have my are kind of ready for colors almost. I have a somber piece. I have a Widowmaker piece. I think I have a ash one. Yeah, I did because I did ash on the channel last year. So yeah. What's the Mariah Carey? You have to pay for that. You'll have to pay for Mariah Carey. I ain't fucking doing that for free. Happened across the. Yeah, I am not drawing any Mariah Careys ever. unless I'm paid to. But even then, I'm probably gonna half-ass it. So I need I kind of need one now. That writing and drawing all day. Yeah. But that would be kind of a fun, like, sort of thing actually on the channel. Because I'll probably, once I get around to actually drawing the Dinobot storyline with the Predacons, like, I think that could be like for really good, like, fun streams. You know, kind of walking through the process of telling the story. All right. Touch up this side. Now you are trying to draw her as well. Yeah. You'll be lucky if you get a stick figure of Mariah Carey. All right. But yeah, so more on the ideas for the Predacons versus Dinobot story I had in mind is like I really wanted to do like really put my stamp on, not my stamp, but I really wanted one I kind of really I guess kind of put my stamp on the Predacons really, like I think that G1 Predacons they kind of get lost because there's been so many different variations of the Predacons over the years. I kind of want to like be like, no, this is the Predacons. This is the Predacons you wanted to see for the longest time, you know, that sort of thing. Because we had the Dragons and Transformers Prime. We've had obviously the Beast Wars, you know, Predacons. So I think it'd be kind of nice to kind of bring back the old school Predacons and really be like, no, these are the real Predacons right here, you know. That sort of vibe. Yeah, and the way I kind of had a lot of the story, I kind of had this idea. I had a few ideas about how they were able to, because the whole so for people who have just kind of joined in, I've been kind of on the sidelines. I've been kind of working on a little like side story webcomic series idea, like where I tell the story of Dinobots versus Predacons, and so the whole story was going to be about, you know, Predacons. They take over the Darion's Gap, which is like a place. I think it's in between Colombia and some other. I can't remember. It's Panama, something. I can't remember exactly. I'm fucking blanking on it. But it's basically this very, very dangerous place in the real world. And so I thought, well, what if there's a kind of an interesting idea as to why that is? You know, and I think that'd be kind of an interesting idea to have the Predacons be the ones kind of behind the scenes of it all. You know, kind of you know, they're trying to build their own like little faction almost. And they're trying to separate themselves from the Decepticons almost in the story. Now, at one point, I kind of thought the idea maybe would be, because I wanted there to be kind of like a foot soldiers types of characters for the Dinobots to actually fight, as opposed to just a team of Predacons. And originally, I kind of had this idea that maybe the Predacons found some sort of like Cybertron like artifact that like transmute like animals into actual robots. But the more I kind of thought about it, more the idea kind of sounds stupid. So I thought, so I kind of put around the idea of having maybe they have like these wolves, like it's kind of like wolf pack of like Decepticons or whatever they kind of command and all that. And that could be like the foot soldiers. So we'll see. Because, you know, it's one of those things where you want to have like an army or some sort of like foot soldiers. Like it's like having the Foot Clan, or like having, you know, Panama. Yeah, it was Panama. Yeah, it's definite. Yeah, so that's kind of like the idea, because there's a lot of like really cool locations, or at least some not cool, but it's a I think it would make for a really interesting sort of a place for, you know, the story to kind of take place. And have it to be where like maybe the villagers that live in the area, they get kind of you know, press and all that. They almost are like forced to kind of like worship maybe like the Predacons and that sort of thing. Like I want that to be kind of like this really yeah, dark, eerie feel to the Predacons in the story. So that's what this kind of the drawing I did was kind of based on in my mind of a Razor Claw just kind of chilling out on the throne there. So I was kind of like thinking about some ideas where it's like maybe he forces them to like build a throne for him or something like that, you know. Just be like, yeah, I own your bitch asses now. I'm almost done here with the turquoise. Just trying to fill it out. All right, we're gonna paint real quick. I'll grab a few other things. Okay. Hopefully I have enough. Used a shit ton of white paint the other day. Here. There we go. That should be enough. You know what? I might need a brush as well. Hold on. Hold on. Too much. To the side. Not too sure if it's working out. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Got to try a few things here. It's kind of fucking up the paper. Hold on. If I tape it down. See if I can salvage this mess. Here. It's off to the side. At my desk real quick. Continue. Yeah. Just kind of fucking up the paper, but. Not too much space, assholes. Just put them on the ground. Back, see if I can salvage this. Not exactly what I was planning or hoping for. Let's do this. Actually, kind of like that. Kind of looks like snowflakes almost. I'm trying to go for it here now. There we go. We'll do that. Do a little bit more work up here. Fill it out a bit more, a bit better. Never really done this before, so just kind of winging it here. I think it's all right. Yeah, never use. I don't think that I should use paint on, at least not this much paint on blending cards. Getting floppy. I think it should be fine. Okay, should be it for that. Now, I'm going to cover her face mostly. Grab a towel. So I'll do my little snowfall effect here. And I could end up getting some paint on her. Need something a bit thinner. Pull it down. Shit. Let's try this. All right, that should be enough. Should probably show off what I'm doing. This brush sucks. It's not working. Here, hold on. Let's do a different brush. I'm doing what I want to do. Okay, check this shit. Want to waste my brushes. Uni-balls. So I wonder if I have snowflakes in this thing. Hold on. I have some templates I might use. Might be useful. Nope. I have a bunch of these things. Thought I had stuff like those. Nope. 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 What I had snowflakes. Stars. Not no big deal. Probably do it myself. Oh, good. No snowflakes, but I had a template for them. I don't get to use these things at all. These things bought a while ago. That's fine. Like how you did handle shimmer in here. Yeah. I'll put a little few snowdrops into her hair. Why is this thing dying so fast? Brand new pen. I'll put a little bit of snow in her hair, so you see that a lot if you're in snow, obviously. And we'll grab our pupils while we're here. There we go. Now she's shining. Oh, wait. Or highlight. It's not her pupils. Gotta do her pupils and just do that. You know what? I think the highlighter better here. Get bigger. It's dead. There we go. Sometimes you get bigger clumps of snow fall. Little snowflakes here. Thanks. That's what we're kind of going for here. Trying to salvage it because I wasn't really happy with it. It's starting to grow on me a bit more, the painted background sides here. Usually takes a while for me to love a drawing. So do an outline around her. Just do a few touch-ups after this, and then I'll wrap. Pretty close to being done. We're getting there. Yeah. Really do wish I did something for this year, a bit more Christmassy, but I just didn't get around to it, I guess. But next year will be a bit more, try to be a bit more festive for both Halloween and Christmas. Didn't really do much for Halloween either. Kind of mellow this year. I actually have a few pieces ready for Valentine's Day, actually, for February, I think. Because I have a few I just didn't get around to finishing up last year. So I might do them this year. Because I have a Green Lantern and Carol Ferris. I have a couple Beach Boy and Ravens. I have a Luke and Mara piece you could probably whip up. So Do some of those, maybe. Oh, this fucking pen. Jesus, you're a new ass pen. I'd be dying that easily. Almost a week ago. Okay. Should tidy that up. A few highlights in hair. Too fancy. So now to get the detail in there. Tidy it up in just a minute. Oh, I'll do some on the eyes. Looking pretty cute, I think. That's kind of the goal of this character. Wait for the dry. Not bite the mouth. Some inkage going on there. On the teeth. It's like she drank too much Pepto or whatever. I doubt she needs that stuff, but tidy up the lips a bit. Let that dry. Just a little extra, like a little detail, like wind, maybe. Okay, we'll leave it for now. Let it all dry. It's pretty much done. So you probably fix it with lead to make a color wrap. I might have affected the lips. Just keep on that. But yeah, I think we're almost ready to call it a wrap here. So sign it. Find the pens. What kind of wintry color? It's gonna suck. What the fuck's wrong with them? Hold on. And try you. That'll be fine. Or yeah, you. There we go. Last piece for 2024. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. Yeah, just going to wait for this to dry. Some of the stuff on the left I want to kind of touch up. I'll probably go back in, touch up the eyes a little bit more with the pen. Maybe touch up the glasses, but all in all, I'm pretty much ready to go with this one. Pretty much done. I'll probably just touch it up as I'm going the rest of the day. So on that note, I want to say thank you guys so much for stopping by. Had kind of a really interesting sort of conversation today. So I want to thank Grumpy, follow Dave, Dadman. I think we saw Corey in the chat. And I'm just going to see if I caught everybody. I think that's everybody. So that's everybody. So on that note, I think I'm going to call it a wrap right here. So make sure to tune in this Monday at 7 p.m. in the evening, Mountain Time. That's where I'll be doing the collection overview stream. And then on Tuesday I'll be posting up the collection update stream or video rather. So that'll kind of be it for the year, I think. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's been a crazy year, but I think we have a lot of great, good, or better things coming this year, I think, hopefully. And let's get a better view of my lady here. There we go. But yeah. So oh, great job. Thank you, Dave. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I forgot to get my clips updated, but whatever. Let's see. Let's catch this one. Well, it has been a crazy year as well, as we all thought it would be. Yeah. But yeah, it's for me. So yeah, so make sure to tune in on Monday, and then Tuesday will be the video. So, and then probably survive it, and it's politics. Well, yeah. Well, hopefully next year's gonna be better, for us at least here, because Trudeau's getting his ass beat like every freaking day now. So hopefully he gets kicked out pretty soon. We can start repairing our country next. So, but on that note, I think I'm gonna call it a wrap right here. Just gotta find a clip to end us off on, and then we can kind of get up out of here. I need to rest my voice. I'm tired. So, and we'll end on a very, very hopeful sort of clip, because it's Christmas time, so we might as well. So, on that note, I will see you guys Monday, and then Tuesday for the video, and then whatever else I'm going to be doing. Actually, no, I don't think I'll be streaming next weekend, because I'll be out of town for next weekend. So that next weekend I'm not going to be able to stream. So hopefully this collection stream will kind of make up for that. So I think it will be kind of an interesting sort of discussion, honestly, because it'll be kind of me going through sort of the collection over the years, how it's kind of changed, how it's evolved, and kind of my mindset moving forward with it. So yeah, point was literal. Yep. I'm looking forward to a great 2025. Canada will, in which America and Canada will be great again. Yeah. Now, don't take that Larry dude for as if he's the representative of Canada. All right. Or whatever the fuck his name is. All right, it's gonna clip out because I'm tired. I should start rambling now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.
What's the matter, Chip?
I guess I was hoping Devastator might join the Autobots for good, but that's probably just a dumb old dream.
Hang on to your dreams, Chip. The future is built on dreams. Hang on.
Transformers will return after these messages.